we have the current stock market update for Riot Platforms Incorporated, stock ticker RIOT. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find this educational material to be helpful with your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So with this chart, what we're going to be doing is looking at a bit of a longer term time frame here. We'll look at some of the longer term price history because, as we can see, the share price itself has seen a tremendous movement lower during the lifespan of this stock history. So, previously we were looking at price highs coming in right around 79.50. Highs from there posted at 46.05. And then from there, the main high that we would be watching and really the price high that we're going to be focusing on in this video does come in right around 2065. So the main question here is whether or not share prices are going to be able to find a bottom here relatively soon. For the most part, there's a lot on this chart that is discouraging. I mean, even just looking back at this longer term price action here, clearly we can see that the downtrend has some very strong momentum behind it. But at the same time, you can point to this price bounce from $3.42 as looking at the potential for a longer term bottom in share prices. So really, that's what we're going to be kind of looking at here, kind of whether or not that's possible. And where share prices would need to travel in order for us to adopt a more bullish viewpoint. So currently, what we're looking at here for this dominant trending move, what we're going to be doing is looking at these lows from $3.42. This would have posted toward the end of 2022. So this is a longer term time frame here. Each candle in this price chart is a one full day trading period. So these price lows from the end of 2022 come in right around $3.42. And then we're going to extend that price movement in the upward direction to these price highs, which posted toward the middle of July 2023. So this alone is encouraging. I mean, we did see a fairly, massive price movement to the downside. $79 to 46 and then to $3 is a very big movement there. But then, the fact that we were able to reverse here from that level, is somewhat encouraging. So the real question here is, what is that the bottom? Have we actually reached the bottom in this stock? So, currently, more recently, what we have continued to see here is a share price movement that is in the downside direction. For the most part, this has been characterized by lower highs. What I would really point to here would be this sort of double top resistance zone that is starting to develop right around 1850. I do think that this is a very important price zone at the moment, perhaps even more important than this 2065 area because this was tested on two separate occasions and we did start to see price failures both times that occurred. So that is kind of the main area of resistance that I would be watching here. However, if we're looking at a bit of a shorter term time frame, more recently anyway, we can sort of point to resistance coming in right around $13 per share as well. I should mark that in here. It's really just below $13 per share. This price zone here, this would have been the price high coming in during the roughly middle of July 2024. This would have come in right around $12.88. So just below the $13 mark. And then more recently, what we have seen is share prices move into roughly $6.40 to the downside. So I do think that this move into $6.40 here is significant because what we can see here is that share prices have now moved into the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement of this prior trending move. So from roughly 342 to what 2065 would be the resistance high here. And here we can see that this sort of teal line here is right around where share prices are currently attempting to make a bounce. So ideally, what you would like to see if you're bullish on this stock would be for this share price area to hold. Now, this is a daily chart, and we have seen daily closes below this level. So I don't really have a lot of confidence that this area is going to wind up working as support. The reason why I wouldn't completely give up on it at the moment is because we are starting to see a bit of a price movement higher here. And if we could perhaps move into this exponential moving average cluster, that could start to slow some of the momentum to the downside and possibly at least give us a period of sideways consolidation, sort of share prices trapped roughly inside of the exponential moving averages if that were to occur. But what we really do need to see here is for share prices to break clearly above this yellow line. and then start to find some support inside this exponential moving average cluster to see sideways trading activity. This is a bit of a worrisome break, though, however, because, as you can see here, there are daily closes. There are red candles that have closed below that blue line. So we have essentially closed below that 786 retracement. And if we do really, let's put it this way, if we don't have a bounce here back into this exponential moving average cluster, then the next area that you have to start focusing on is a retest of that prior support zone at $3.42, because there really isn't much in this zone here to support share prices. I mean, you have a little bit of price support coming in at roughly 525. That would be this price zone back here. It's a little bit difficult to see this. So it's not exactly a straight drop into $3.42. You do have a little bit of support here coming in right around $5.26. But a clear break below this 78.6% Fibonacci retracement would be a negative sign. So currently, it's not completely it's not completely lost for the stock just yet. I mean, if you're bullish, what you would really like to see would be a break back into this exponential moving average cluster, because at least then you could get a period of sideways trading activity, and hopefully the stock would start to form a base at that point. But alternatively, a break below this level and daily closes below here, failure to move back into the exponential moving average cluster, and a sustained break below this roughly $6.50 area would first target 525, and then I would be looking for a retest of that $3.42 level. From there, you could actually be looking at a very good buy, because the longer term trajectory here, the question then becomes, I mean, when you're trading at $3.42, I mean, the question really at that point becomes, is this stock worth $0? I mean, are we really looking at a stock that's worth nothing? I mean, if you go back further in its price history, you can see instances where it was trading below $1 per share. So roughly this price area back here, this stock was trading below $1 per share. But once you're starting to get into this $3.42 area, you're really trading at low levels, and then that actually could start to represent a better buying opportunity with relatively low risk for further downside, because there just really isn't much room for the stock to continue moving to the downside at that point. So here's the current market update for Riot Platforms Incorporated, stock ticker RIOT. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.